Hello, hello. Happy Sunday to you all. I'm a minute or two. Well, I'm actually 2 minutes late because it's 7:02. But hey, I'm here for my weekly. So I'm trying to fix my hair here. I'm here for my weekly Sunday night live. Oh my god, my hair's gonna drive me nuts with that hair sticking up over there. But whatever, it's okay. Who cares? It's fine. So anyway, so happy Sunday to you. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am here, like I said, for my weekly Sunday night live. So we'll see who's going to join me. And then next week too, I'm going to actually be using a different software because I just canceled my subscription to the one that I was using before because they really raised the price. So I am going to try like a different way to stream other than using the program that I have been using. So yeah, so there is that. So that'll be fun to try it out and see how that works, right? Sometimes we just got to embrace change. And I was kind of resistant because it went, like the price increased by oh gosh, what was it? Like $35 more a month for the program that I'm using now. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to look into a different one. So that's what I'm going to do. But I've been resistant because I've been using this one for so long and I like it and it's easy to use and I know how to use it. But sometimes we just have to break out of our comfort zone, right? So that is what I am going to do is do something different. So there we go. So yay for that. So yay for embracing change and doing something different. So anyway, so there's that. So I'm going to see who is here with me live. And hey, Phoebe. Oh yeah. So next week, Phoebe, I will not be I'm glad you're here because I won't be. And hey, Karen, good to see you. I won't be going live on YouTube because I don't think I'll have that capability. So I will be going live on my business page, which is under Shauna Marie Fisher. So you could find me that way. So there's that. So yeah, I'll be going live on my business page, which is under Shauna Marie Fisher. So yeah, because I don't think I will be able to stream on YouTube as well with the new thing that I'm using, but I'll try to do is figure out how to post my videos to YouTube after the fact. So maybe eventually I can just do like a separate YouTube live, right? That might be kind of fun. So anyway, so yes, business page on Facebook. Yes, my business page on Facebook. And it's under Shauna Marie Fisher, Phoebe. Yeah. So because I'd love to have you join there too. So yeah. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. So yeah, so it's under that, just my name, the Shauna Marie Fisher. So you can find me that way. So yeah. So hey, Trish, and hey, Pamela, good to see you. Let's see here. Boy, okay, so Karen, even before I look at your question here, Kona says, happy, happy, happy is what he says. He's like, happy, happy, happy. They're happy, happy, happy. His cousin Mango and his neighbor's dog Murphy, especially, he says it's like he's having me it's like a toss up between Mango and Murphy. He's like, it's a toss up between them. But he says Mango is like bling, bling, bling. Mango's like bling, bling, bling. When I think of Mango, and Murphy's like, okay, let's run around is what he thinks of with Murphy is like run around Murphy, is what he calls him, like run around Murphy. So there's that. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's so funny. And hey, Jolene and Patricia and Pamela and Karen and Jessica, and Phoebe and Bianca. Good to see you all. So, okay, cool. Okay, so Phoebe says, I have a question about my dog, Rosencrantz. I love that name. That's really cool. So let's see here. And hey, Kate, good to see you. Oh, cool. Karen recommended you. Yeah. Oh, cool. You're welcome, Karen. So do you have a specific question, Phoebe? Because Rosencrantz is like, just ask your specific question is what I heard. So if you have that, go ahead and type that in here. Let's see here. When Kate says, I have a cat named Smokey. Smokey says he's like, I love to stretch out is what Smokey just said to me. He's like, I love to stretch out. I love to stretch out. is what he's showing me. And then let's see here. And you're welcome, Karen. And then Pamela says, our dog Quincy just got fixed 2 days ago. Is this going to calm him down? And he says, it's funny because he says, Quincy says, good luck with that is what Quincy says. Quincy says, Quincy's like, well, good luck with that. He says it'll take me down maybe like 1 or 2 notches, but he's not all the way. It won't like calm him all the way. It'll calm him like 1 or 2 notches is what Quincy says. Quincy's like, it'll like dial it down by like 2. It'll dial it down by 2 is what he says. So, oh my goodness. Oi, Quincy. Oh my goodness. So he's like, yep, you got your hands full with me and you love it is what he says. So there's that. And good to see you, Erica. Hello. Let's see here. And then, good question. Phoebe says, and I'll go back to you too, Erica and Jessica, I promise here. See here, Phoebe says, why doesn't, okay, and I know you have your dog's name up here because he's like, can't say my name. Rosencrantz, like to put his harness on. He says like the way it goes over. And if I could help more when you're putting it on, he says like when I'm putting it on, he's like, if you could just kind of let me help more. And he says, if you could put it on from the left first. He says, if you could put it on from left to right, so put it on from the left side and then to the right. So go left to right is what he's saying when you put it on. He says that will help if you do it that way. He says that will be a lot better. He's like, if you could just please do that, that would be really, really amazing and be so much better. So I have to take off my jacket here. I got hot all of a sudden. So I turned my heater on in here in my office, and then I tend to kind of get hot sometimes. So yeah, so that's, I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta pull up my sleeves and do that. So yeah, so hopefully that makes sense, Phoebe, because he's like, just show me and like let me lead with putting it on is what he's saying, Phoebe. So there's that. All right, so let's see here. And then Jessica says, is Mitchell happy in heaven? He says he's happiest when you feel his squeezes of love. And he's having me like squeeze myself like this. He's like, squeeze, 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 squeeze. When you feel my squeezes of love is when I'm like really happy when you do that. So the more you feel my squeezes of love, that's what makes me happy, is what he's saying. So there's that. And then, hey, Emmy, good to see you. Let's see here. And then Phoebe says, I wonder if he doesn't like the smell of it, or is he hesitant about going on walks? He's like the smell is like, like so. And he says, like, if you just kind of give me like a giddy up and go for the walk, be like, woo, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. And if you just like, hey, like have it be where like, hey, this is gonna be fun, and you're gonna be able to go sniff here and go here and this and that. He says that will help is what he says. But he's like the smell's not too bad. He says of his harness, and he says like, let's just have like the walks be like, hey, let me help lead it, and like with putting on the harness and all of that, and that will help is what he says. So there's that. And then Jessica says, I feel him a little and miss him so much. Yeah, he misses you so much too. And he says, just like feel that, and just close your eyes and just like take that breath and feel that and connect with him. And he says he wants you to do that. And he says that will help. So there's that. You're so welcome, Phoebe. It's so good to see you. It's been a while. I think I met you at like one of the power events years ago, I think is where I met you. It's kind of ringing a bell here, I think. So let's see here. Hold on a second. Don't make sure I don't miss a question. All right. So Erica says, can I get a message from Buddy? I was wondering, he always, I think, chews on my bracelets, and I always wonder why. Or if you could hear from Ruben and find out if he's still settling in on the new move. Hey, Sarah, and hey, Rose, and hey, Becky, good to see you. With Okay, so with Ruben says like thumbs up. He's like thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. That he is still like doing good with the move. He's like shoo, 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 shoo. And then Buddy, I love that you ask specific questions too. I love that, especially with like doing this live. Like sometimes just having like specific question can help because these are just like quick readings, or when I do like a reading, scheduled session, it's more like in depth and all of that. So where this is just like a quick little check-in. So anyway, so Buddy says he says with your bracelets, it's like I just want to I like to play. He's like I want to, it's making me think of like when I was a kid. I used to love those like candy bracelets and those candy necklaces, right? So it's like that. It's like I like the part that like connects the bracelet and makes the bracelet. So he's showing me like if you could get, this is so crazy, but like his own like beaded cat toy. So like little beads, like little wooden beads that he can move back and forth. Like his own little thing that's kind of like your bracelet, but not your bracelet, that he can kind of maneuver and play with his mouth and all of that too. Like, and he can like move. He says that he would really, really love that. He's like, if I could do that, he's like, that would be really cool. So, so there's that. I love that. Love specific questions. It's so fun. So, let's see here. Okay, I got that. Okay. So Bianca says, can I check in? I check in on Luna, please. I've been keeping her in a crate at a temporary accommodation. Early morning, she sleeps. She keeps trying to get out. So I supervise time out in the room. So she keeps finding teeny small places to hide, places I didn't even know existed. What does she need to feel comfortable in the crate and outside? She'll be in a crate anytime I'm not home or asleep. She says, and hey, Merle, good to see you. So let's see. So she's showing me is like, I need more comfort in there, like more padding around, more soft and padding and comfort. She's going to go like this. Hey, Robert, good to see you. More like comfort and more like cushion around me, and more, oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Emmy. And so, hey, Sharon, good to see you. So she says what she needs is like more comfort around her and like remind her like, okay, like, and keep showing her like, okay, this is only temporary, right? We're staying here for this amount of time. And then we're going to go here. And then she knows because she says she's just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know about this. So just keep rest assuring in her mind. Like, and I'm showing her too, be like, okay, it's going to be okay. Like, it's going to be okay. So she knows that it'll be okay. She says if you can just keep showing her that, and that will really help, because she's like, I just need that extra little like reassurance. So she says that will help her, just that extra padding and like soft cushiony stuff, like soft. And she's showing me like kind of like pink and white buzzy stuff. Like she says that will help her. And like a little like special like soft chewy toy that's mine too, like a little stuffy, my own little stuffy. She says that will help. So hopefully that helps. Much love to you guys. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. Much love to all of you here. Let's see here. And hey, Amanda, and hey, Chris, good to see you. No, not the cover for the crate, like on the inside of the crate, like more comfort, like all padded up to like on the inside. So like kind of like padded up on the inside of the crate. So comfort there, like padded up on the inside of the crate is what she's showing me, like on the inside of the crate, not on the outside, but on the inside, like, like more padding up, like on the, all around the crate, like it's about this much, like on the bottom part and all around that, like more padding on the crate. So yeah, so she says she says, yeah, like if you could do that, because she's like, don't be covering it up where I can't see anything, but just more cushion on the bottom part of the crate. She says that that will help. So there's that. So, let's see here. And I love that you're going to work on that. Yes, exactly, Erica. Kind of like that. Yes, 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 exactly. So I know, right? I know a little bit late, right? I know it's a couple of minutes late, but hey, here I am. So there's that. It is, I know, late here in some time zones. Oh, Jolene, oh, so much love. I know it's so hard, right? So Rooster just keeps showing me like that you can feel me with that big tree out in the backyard, that the big tree is like a big connecting point for me, like the big tree. And then the kitchen, he says the big tree and then the kitchen, like that big tree outside, like your kitchen to like that goes out from your kitchen, that door that goes out to the outside, that big tree out there. And that Willow says that she wants to play with leaves more. She's like, I want to play with leaves more. She's like, can I play with leaves more? And hey, Mary, good to see you. She says, I want to play with leaves more. If I could play with leaves more, that would really help me. And that would be fun for me too. And she says she's a very reflective dog. She's like, I'm very contemplative sometimes. And she says you guys have really like figured her out. Because she's like, yep, she's like, I'm a lot to figure out, but yeah, but she loves being with you. And Rooster says just check in with him there. And it's like you can kind of like feel him like in the breeze outside. He says is what Rooster says there. And let's see here. Okay. And then Becky says, any messages from McGee? And then McGee says, feel the love. That's what McGee wants to say is like, feel the love, feel the love, feel the love, feel the love. I'm sorry if I skip around. Sometimes I just have to kind of go, good to see you, Chris, where I'm guided here for a second. So, okay. So Pamela, I'm going to go to Pamela here. Pamela says, my cat Chica is getting old, 11 years old, and seems to be peeing in other rooms. Is it from age or being mad about Quincy? She says it is. She says, she says it's like the way she gets out her, Hilo. Okay. Hi, Hilo, not Merle. Hi, Hilo. Good to see you. So Pamela, Chica says that that's how I get out my frustrations with Quincy is it's like, oh, like maybe he'll just know like this is my spot and this is my zone. So give her like a space that is her space in all like the rooms, like her favorite rooms. Like give her, she's like, give me my space. That's my space. And then so I can like have that kind of space away from Quincy. And that will help too. Maybe too, like if you get one of those things that you can put in the wall that like the feel away or something like that. I get doing something like that will really help her too. Cause she says Quincy's such a butthead. That's her words, not mine. She's like, he's such a butthead. So that's what she says. She's like, oh, why do I have to tolerate his nonsense? So, oh my goodness. So, all right, let's see here. And then, all right, okay, here. So I'm going to go to this question here. All right. And it says, okay, where'd it go? Okay. So it says it's Hilo on here. And then I'm going to go to, Chris, and then I'll go to Sharon. You're welcome, Pamela. Let's see here. All right. So my dog is afraid of something in one of our bedrooms. He keeps staring at the door to go out and his whole body shakes. It's almost always at bedtime that he has this reaction. Is he terrified or something? What could it be? He's showing me it's like I need like the lights go too fast. He says the lights go too fast. The lights go too fast and like weird, like it's shadowy with me. Like the lights go too fast. The lights go too fast. The light goes too fast. The light goes too fast. So give me like a little extra, like pat to be like, give him like some little taps on his, so imagine this is like his side, just be like, just give him some extra little taps, but do it like on both sides and just be like, it's okay. Just to kind of like remind him that it's, oh, and you're welcome, Pamela. And hey, Kate, good to see you. And remind him that it's okay, because he says he's just like gets like nervous because he's like, it goes dark so fast and it's like getting darker earlier. So if there could be like a little more kind of lights around for me, that would help me, or like one bigger light to help me, like in the main living area for at night, like a bigger kind of like night light kind of thing to help me, that would help me and just kind of give me those little extra like pets before bed to kind of like just like to distract me, right? Like on my sides, just like tap, you know, pat 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 on my sides, like a little like love pat down. And he says that that will help too. That if you could do that, that would help. So there's that. Let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so Becky says McGee has been working so hard the last 2 days, pheasant hunting, and so every day he comes back to the lodge. I have been massaging him the best I can because I know he's working hard to find those birds. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. He says he loves working hard. He's like, happy, happy, happy. Happy, 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 happy is what he says. He's like, happy. And hey, Lee, good to see you, friend. Let's see here. Okay, so I got to that. Okay, so now I see Chris, and then I'm going to go to Sharon. All right, so Chris says, Batoni had her first lesson on ground diving. Should I pursue it, or should I drop trying to teach her? She says, I learned my own thing, and maybe like it's my own form of that, and maybe like I don't want to really do that. She's like, what else can I learn and do? She's like, what else can I learn and do? She's like, She's like, I don't know. She's like, I'm undecided about it. She's like, I'm not sure. She's like, I'm undecided. She's like, maybe we could try one more, and then see how it goes. She's like, maybe we could try one more. So she's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know how I feel about that. So, so there is that. And then, okay. So Sharon says, any messages from Oliver or Frankie or even Sheba or Pumpkin in spirit? So it's interesting because Sheba wants to come through, and Sheba says that that she is that she's helping. She says that she's helping Oliver. She says that she's helping Oliver, and he can like stay cozy in all the spots that she stayed cozy, because she says that she's glad that you have Oliver too, because she says, yeah, Oliver. She says, I help Oliver, and I want him to be cozy in all my spots that were my cozy spots. And that she's like having me like feel like a purr from like my head to my toes. She's like, I want you to feel like the purrs of my love. She says, I want you to feel the purrs of my love, the purrs of my love, the purrs of my love. She says she wants me to feel that, and she's having me like rub my belly, kind of like clockwise. I think I'm not good with directions, and that you can just feel like the connection with Oliver, and she loves that connection with Oliver. And Oliver, hey Joan, good to see you. And Oliver says he's really loving that connection with you. And then Pumpkin just mwah, 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 mwah. Says I send love, 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 love. And then love, love, love. And then Frankie wants something to like slide back and forth, like a little like square slider thing. He's like, I want to slide things back and forth. He's like, slide, 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 slide. I want to slide, slide, slide. Is what he says. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Oh, you're so welcome. Hilo. Hopefully that helps. Definitely keep me posted. And let's see here. Okay, Lee. Lee says, can you tell me if there's anything I can do to help my dad's cat Milo? He's so stressed out. The other cat is Lee, so much love. He's so stressed out. The other cat, Otis, is nowhere to be found. The dogs aren't there. My dad isn't there. I think he's really confused. Yeah, because he's like, why am I here and it's interesting because I'm not picking up anything with Milo right now of like Milo showing me where Milo is at. But Otis says he's like, I don't like to be here all alone. He's like, he's like, he's just showing me it's like really, you're welcome, Chris. He says it's really hard for him to be alone. He's like, why can't I go? Is there another place that like I can stay to? Or like, when is your dad coming back? He's like, when is he coming back? Like, when is he coming back? And he says if you could leave like more TV on for him, he says that will help me to not be alone. He says more TV is what Milo says. Like, no, oh yeah. So Milo says, yeah, sorry, I was getting it mixed up, so I was reading it wrong. Yeah, so Otis, Otis is not showing me where Otis is, but Milo says like if you know what I meant. I was like, wait a minute. Is Milo says that that it's that like more TV, and then he's like, we could just keep imagining Otis coming back too. And when is my person coming back? When is my person coming back? When is my person coming back? And like some more TV. And then he showed me he wants crackers too. He's like, I like crackers is what Milo says. Like, I want crackers. And he says he even misses the dogs right now too. He's like, I even miss the dogs. And then just keep trying to call Otis's energy back too. Is as well. Okay, cool. I figured you would. I was like, you know how my brain works. So thank you, Lee. Yeah, he says he just that meow. So he says that just like leave some TV on for him and like freshen up the blanket, like and fold up a new blanket for him, and then give him something of your dad's too. So like, this is gonna sound crazy. So is there like a way you can like something your dad's worn recently you could take from your dad and trade out for something else? So then Milo could so he could have that fresh scent of your dad's, and he says that will help him to have that fresh scent of your dad. So like a shirt or something like that, fresh scent of your dad's is what he says, a fresh scent of your dad's. So yeah, so hopefully that helps. And I'm just sending so much love, Lee, to you and your dad's fur babies and your dad and all of that, because I know that's a lot to navigate, right? So oh my goodness. So there's that. Let's see here. And then Sharon says, oh, okay. Thank you so much, Shauna. You're so welcome. And then you say, that's so interesting about Sheba helping Oliver. Ollie is sleeping on a blanket in front of the fireplace, just like Sheba did. I sense Pumpkin and Sheba a lot these days, and I will get something for Frankie to slide around. Yeah, they're around you and they like feel it. They kind of come and check on you together is what they're showing me. They check on you together. And then Frankie, it's like a little domino thing he's showing me. It's like a little thing to just slide around. Oh my goodness. And that's not like a traditional cat thing. It's just like a weird, like wooden thing to slide around. So maybe you could find something in Brad's like workshop area or something like that. You might be able to find something there. So yeah. Oh, sweet Sheba. She was such a good girl. And then Ollie, such a sweet boy. I love that he's laying in front of the fireplace like that. That's awesome. So, and Frankie says, yay for the thing for me. Yay. All right. So Lee says, great idea. Thank you. And yes, been overwhelming. I can only imagine, Lee. I'm just sending you so much love, friend. So much love. So much love. So, oh my goodness. Lots of love. And then, hey, Amy, good to see you. And then, okay. So now, see here, Kate. Kate says, can you please ask Billy if she is anxious trail riding with the other horses, Navigator and Mickey? She says she is nervous around Mickey. No, around Navigator. Sorry. She's like, no, Mickey's okay. Navigator, I'm more nervous around. She's like, Navigator, I'm more nervous around. Mickey is okay, but Navigator is the one that makes me more nervous. Navigator makes me more nervous is what I get from Billy there. Oh yes, Sharon, absolutely. I always forget that. Thank you, Sharon. So I'm going to put on here, where is this? I'm going to put my link tree on here And it does have like my PayPal link. So if anybody's, thank you, Sharon. If anybody's like, hey, I want to leave Shauna a little bit of like a donation for her like little tune in she did tonight, feel free to do that. It's not required because I just do this because I just love to just like give back and help you guys out. But if you guys are like, hey, I want to leave a little donation, that link tree does have my my PayPal link in it. So thank you, Sharon. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So thank you. Yeah. So thank you so much. So let's see here. Oh, Emmy to Lee. I know, right? Lee's got to take good care of himself. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you, Joan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joan. Oh, good to see you here. And hey, Laura, good to see you. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Good to see you, Laura. And then Kate says, that's so interesting. I would have said the other way. She seems to love Navigator. That's we're talking to you can clear things up. And she says, she's like, I do, but like Navigator makes me anxious because of that. Like Navigator makes me anxious. Because of that. It's like there's like lots of like energy that just ebbs and flows with Navigator. Lots of ebbs and flows. Because at first when I tuned in, she was like, it was almost like, oh, Mickey, but then Billy was like, no, Navigator. So it's interesting. So I love that. I love being able to help clear that up and all of that. So there's that. And let's see here. And then so good to see you, Laura. It's been a while. I'm still live right now. Yes. And then next week, I'm going to use a new software because I canceled my StreamYard because I was like, you know what? Like I can do this another way and I don't need to pay the rate because they increased it so much. Like I was paying $10 a month and then they raised it to like $45 a month. And I was like, hey, there's other options out there that are definitely better that I could use. So that's what I'm going to do that instead of using the program I'm using. I was in resistance for so long though, because I really love this program that I use, but I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to embrace the other programs and try that. And if I need to go back to StreamYard, I always will. So there we go. So, because I do love it, but it's just, I'm trying to like get some other things like squared away. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to do that instead. So there's that. So, oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Okay. Yeah. Just keep that in mind and just be like, okay, Billy, like you're like, it's okay. And just, and do that. And that will really help too. And then, oh wait, I missed a question up here. Sorry. I think I missed a question. Okay. Sorry, Pamela. I missed your question. I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to go to Pamela and then I'll go to Laura here. So Pamela, sorry. Why won't Quincy go outside by himself? He doesn't act like a normal dog. He'll stay out at the a door and whine and scratch the door. He's 11 months old, raw and black lab. How can we get him to go? He says that let's see here. He says if you like throw like something, he showed me like this big ball that you can like throw for me. He's like, bam, like, throw it out there and show me like, hey, like get me out to like the end part of the yard and that will help. So like throw like a big ball or something out there and be like, okay, here you go, Quincy. So then he like has that. So then he's like, oh, cool. I can sniff over here and then I can sniff over here. And that would be really great. So he says that will help him. If you do that and just be like, okay, Quincy, like you're fine. And just like give him some engagement stuff out there. And he says that will help him. So there is that. So, all right. So Laura here. Oh my goodness. I know it's been so long. I was just like actually wondering about you, Laura. So it's good to see you. So, let's see here. Laura says, I was wondering if you're able to tune into Batman. 2 nights in the last week, he stayed out late and we couldn't find him for quite some time. Unsure if he's leaving the yard. Oh, you're welcome, Pamela. I'm so glad you're still here. Unsure if he's leaving the yard or not. Where does he go? He says he's like right on that, like kind of like very like last little bit of the border that he knows that like is like, okay, Batman, this is like the area that we like said, this is like as far as you can go, as far as you can go, as far as you can go. And he says he's like making sure, like he's having me like spread my arms out like this. This is like my area that he's like, holding the space, and he's just like, not closing his eyes, but he's just like sitting there being like, okay, like I'm guard. This is my place. You're not coming in my place. Like it's like another, like, animals that he's not letting in. He's like, nope, this is my place. I stand guard on my place, and you're not coming into my place. He's like, my place, my place, my place. So he's like, back off from my place. He's like, please back off from my place. So he says that's where he has been, is just like kind of, keeping an eye out. He's like, I'm keeping an eye out on my place. So there is that. So let's see here. All right. So yeah. So hopefully that helps, Laura. So there's that. And hey, Kat, good to see you again. Oh my goodness, good to see you. So I hope you're well too. Let's see here. So cool. All right. Firstly, before I moved, I felt let's see here. I felt viscerally for 2 nights a sensation of Roni curling up next to me. I wonder if that was him or my imagination. He's like, oh, that was me. And he says you could also too, like feel like, he says it wasn't me, just like the sensation of me laying there. It was the way that like I would adjust my body, and you could kind of feel like a little like sound with my body as I kind of like adjust and get comfortable. So you could feel me kind of like shift in and adjust with you. He's like, you could feel me shift in and adjust with me, adjust me with you. So he says that was absolutely me. He says, yeah, like the adjustment. He's like, you could feel that. So, and you just confirmed that. He says, you could feel the adjustment. He's like, that was me. He's like, he used to like kind of like stretch out and just kind of move around. And he says he was like a master at adjusting. So he says that, yeah, so he says that was him. I know you're so welcome for the insight about your dad's health last week. I had a health flare up last week. I was wondering if Roni had any insight for me. I miss him so much. Thank you. We'll need to book a session soon. Yes, I would love that. And Roni says for you, he says, he's making me want to like cuddle up like in a blanket and kind of like curl up a little bit, but not like too curled up. He says he wants to give yourself like time for like breath. He's like give yourself time for breath. He says, give yourself time for breath is what he says too. And he says, don't like have too much things that cause like inflammation in your body. He says, be careful with things that cause inflammation in your body. So he says, just like watch that and make sure. He showed me like kind of drinking like a nice cup of like tea and kind of just like relaxing and something to like soothe yourself. So he says if you could do that, he says that would really help. He's like, give yourself something to like soothe yourself, like throat coat and stomach coat and like and all that, just to kind of like soothe yourself. And he says he says that's the insight, and give yourself like that comfort and that like breath work is what he says. So there's that. So, oh my goodness. So hopefully that helps, friend. He's like, oh my goodness, I have a lot to share still. He's like, so know that he's still sharing so much, and you guys are just interwoven in each other's hearts in so many ways. So he's like, just know that and feel that and feel that and know that is what he says. So there's that. Hey, Jacqueline, good to see you. Hope all is well. And then, yes, Laura. Laura says, so he sits on the boundary. He doesn't come when we call. We don't seem to find him at all when that happens. He says it's like, yeah, that like the boundary. He says, he's like, yeah, like just, he says it's just beyond it's like his boundary of where he knows he can go. He's like, it's just he says it's just beyond that. He says it's just beyond that. And he says he like makes himself like invisible so you wouldn't see him when he does that. So just keep showing him like, okay, Batman, it's like good, it's good. And you'd be like, okay, you can come back in. You can come back in now. Cause he's like, yep. He's like, you're not going to find me. Cause he's like, I'm very clever when I want to be out here in my boundary bound is what he says. So there's that. And hey, Patty, and hey, Adrian, and hey, Lisa, good to see you. Oh, you're so welcome, Kat. I'm so glad it was super helpful. And yes, I look forward to that. And you're so welcome. You're so welcome. So welcome. So much love. So much love. Let's see here. And let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. So, Adrian, I know it's okay. Adrian, I'm still here. I think I started at like 7:02 tonight. I got on, a couple minutes late here. So let's see here. I'm glad you could catch me. I'm still here. So it's good. Happy Sunday. And I hope you had a great week. And no, my fur babies are so good. They're doing so good. And hey, Kathleen, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see here. So Adrian says anything for my Australian Shepherd's mix, Sweet Jackson tonight. He's showing me like bubbles. And good to see you, Patty, too. He says like sweet bubbles. He's showing me like sweet bubbles. He's like bubble, 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 bubbles, bubbles. And then like he's having me touch my desk and like the yard and the dirt and the yard. Like I really want to like be in like he's showing me like dirt, like fresh dirt, like fresh dirt. He's like fresh dirt. I want some fresh dirt, fresh dirt. Is what he is showing me, and just like sweet like time in his like little outside spot that he's like my outside spot. I'm in my outside spot, and then he's like bubble, bubbles. It's like bubble, bubbles. So, anyway, so there's that. Oh my goodness, such a cutie. All right, so there's that. To make sure I didn't miss anything over here. So let's see here. Let's see what other questions we have. Because it's kind of getting close to my wrap up time. Because sometimes I go like, between, like 30 to 60 minutes, just depending on, the questions and all of that. So, let's see here. Yes. He's like, yeah, Adrian, he's like, yes. Oh, yes. And he's having me get my hands all warm. And you say, good to know. I will have Dad work the ground tomorrow. He is so sweet. Thank you as always. You're so welcome. Yeah, because he's showing me like that. He's like, oh, it like warms me up. It makes me so happy. He's like, it makes me so happy. He's having my face get all red, which is so funny. He's like, it's happy. Makes me so happy is what he says. So, I love that. Happy is what it makes me. So I love that. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Patricia, any message from my Snowy? She's showing me like a little chime that's like a spirally chime. She's like, she showed me like a spirally chime, I want you to get a spirally chime, like a metal spiral chime to put on the front porch for you and Dad to have. She wants you to have a spirally charm. She says, she's like, come on, I want a spirally charm. And she says that's what she's like, I really want you to do that for me. She says that would be amazing. So there is that. So ooh, look at that pie filling. Sounds good, Emmy. It sure does. Let's see here. And hey, Bev, good to see you. Let's see here. And then Lisa says, does Chloe Grace want me to know anything? She says that she says she loves you, and she's like, I don't get as cold as you think I do. Like when the weather starts to get colder, she's like, I don't get that cold. She's like, I'm not that cold. She's like, I'm good. She's like, I'm not as cold as you think I am. She's like, I'm okay. She says, I'm okay. She's like, I'm okay. Oh my goodness. Such a sweet girl, Miss Chloe Grace is. I love her. So you guys all have such cool fur babies. I love it. So it's always so fun to tune into them. Oh, Kathleen. Oh, that's always it. And I always like to remind people too that there's no rules on grief, and then there's no time limit on grief, and it's always a part of this, sometimes just in a different way, with the way that it's a part of us, right? It's a part of us. It's a part of us. It's a part of us. So Kathleen says, my sweet Bailey has been gone for 12 years. He was 16. Anything from my boy. He's showing me, he's like making me want to kind of like get all curled up and cuddled up. He says, like, when you're all like curled up and cuddled up, he says, just to like close your eyes and like call in his presence. He says, when you're all like curled up and bundled up, and he's showing me like you really like your whole body all curled up and bundled up. He says to think of him, and he says that he's always like your curl boy. He's like, I'm your curl boy, like I'm your curl boy, and that my love is always like cuddled up with you, like it's always cuddled up with you, and it's always like cuddled up with you. And he showed me you could like feel his presence, like if you do this with your hands, like you can feel his presence. Anytime you go like this, he's like, I'm your curl boy, curl boy, curl boy. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so that's what he says. Hey Annette, good to see you. Let's see here. And then oh, okay. And you said yes, he was a cuddler. Yeah, because he just keeps showing me that, like all like really cuddled up, like really really cuddled up, really good is what he's showing me. I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, so I'm glad that makes sense. Glad that makes sense, Kathleen. Good to see you too. Annette, good to see you. Good to see you too. And you're so welcome, Kathleen, too. I'm so glad that you're here. Let's see here. He says, Patty, you're wondering how his teeth feel. He says his, like, look in his upper mouth on the right side. He says upper mouth on the right side, kind of like toward the front of the right side, like on the right side, like my upper tooth, like really into like the gum, really look on the gum and in between my teeth. So, oh, sorry. So he says, he's like, like really in between my tooth and like the upper right, like the upper right, like really look in my gum on the upper right, toward the front, and look at like those first teeth around there. He's like, let's really look at those and like look on the inside of my mouth too, like inside of my mouth here too, like let's look there too. He says it's like he says like 0 to 3, 4 is what he says. 0 to 3, 4 is what he says. He's like, it's not like higher than that. He's like 0, 3, 4, 0, 3 to 4 is what he's showing me. 0, 3 to 4. So yeah, so that's what he shows me there. So hopefully his get some relief from that soon, because oh my goodness, that's no fun, huh? Oh my goodness. Teeth stuff is never fun. Okay, good. I'm glad that helps, Patty. Good. Let's see here. Oh, good. Emmy says, I've been picking up Guapo more, even though he doesn't like it. I love touching him. He says that he says it's helping that you've been picking me up more, because then he's getting used to like you touching me more, and it's getting me used to it. It's getting me used to it. And like, it's helping me to like it more and getting me used to it. So he says that, that's good that you're doing that. He's like, good. He says, good. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. He says that it's good that you're doing that, because he says it really does help him that you are doing that. So there is that. So I love that. Yeah. Very, very good. I love it. So I think what I'm going to do, because I don't see any other questions coming through. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to be back next Sunday. Now, next Sunday, I'm going to use like a different program, and I think it'll still let me use like my personal page and my business page. So I'm going to try that. And if not, I might just stream from just my business page. But if I end up just streaming just from my business page, I'll make sure to like put a notification on my personal page that that's what I'm going to do, because I'm just going to try this different software. Oh, you're welcome, Emmy. I'm going to try this different software just because my bill is coming out tomorrow for my other one. So I'm like, okay, might as well just try it now. And if I end up wanting to, change back, I will. But I'm going to just embrace change and embrace technology and just try something new. So I'm like, why not? Right. So then I can use that like to pay like some stuff off that I'm working to get paid off. So there we go. So that's a good thing right there, right? So anyway, so there's that. So I hope that you all have a fantastic night, and thank you so much for tuning in live. Thanks to those of you that tuned into the replay. I'm just so grateful for all of you. So thank you so much. And I am going to say good night for now. Oh, thank you, Annette. I hope you have a good night too. I hope you all have, and hey, Bob, good to see you. I hope that you all have a good night, and I will see you guys next week. And I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday evening. And thank you. You guys are so welcome. And I hope you have a good rest of your week ahead. And I will see you guys next week. So thanks so much for tuning in live. And thank you. And then thanks to those of you for listening to the replay as well. All right. Bye for now. Take care.